King of the Pit TV. There's ROCKSTEADY. Recommended to my good friend Michael, who's been very patient for this one. So I appreciate you ever so much for that. This is an act I've never come across. A band called Cake. The record is Fashion Nugget from 1996. You know, a band called Cake sounds... I don't think it is, because I probably would have come across it, but a band called Cake sounds like it should have been a Britpop band. Sounds like it should have been a 90s Britpop band. I'm expecting indie rock. We've got 14 tunes. I'm waking up, people, so give me a breather. Yeah, I've got a cup of coffee. You know how we do it. Let's kick off. Frank Sinatra, One Love. Let's jump in. Sounds like The Strokes.
Beyond the suns that guard this roost, beyond your flowers of flaming truth, beyond your latest ad campaigns, an old man sits collecting stamps in a room all filled with...
Let's have a look at these comments. One of the most underrated albums of all time. The most underrated band in the music history. So Marcus says ahead of its time.
Chinese lamps, he saved what
How many albums did this band put out?
He says that he'll be rich someday. We know of an ancient radiation that...
Right, I'm back. Pissed me off a little, did that. Got to restart my laptop, and also so I've got a dodgy lead, man. And when it disconnects, it just completely cacas over everything. You hear that, yeah?
An old man sits collecting stamps in a room all filled with Chinese lamps. He saved what others throw away. He says that he'll be rich someday. We know of an ancient radiation that haunts dismembered constellations, a faintly glimmering radio station. Radiation that haunts dismembered constellations, a faintly glimmering radio station. While Frank Sinatra sings stormy weather, the flies and spiders get along together. Cobwebs fall on an old skipping record.
I like the sound of this band. That was a good introductory song. I know we're going to have a lot of variety and we're going to have a lot of cool ideas coming up in this record. There's great clarity in the production where you can just hear like there, just a guitar line. He's just playing a few notes, but you can hear, you know, I'm not a guitar tone sort of dude, but I enjoyed the guitar tone, which to you might not like be as bold a statement as I'm wanting to convey, but yeah, it was a pleasure to listen to. Not normally do I say I genuinely just enjoy the soundscape. I'll say, yeah, it sounds good, yeah, it sounds this way, it sounds that way, yeah, I like the production, there's good quality production, but I genuinely had a positive reaction to the sound of the sound engineering there, let alone the tones of the instrumentation and the way it's panned out and so forth. I do definitely hear what may have been come to be the Strokes, though. Do you not think? Am I wrong in saying that? We've got The Distance coming up next. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. First ever time listening to Cake. I enjoyed the first song. Let's jump into the second. This one's The Distance.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line, engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up, churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank, fuel burning fast on an empty tank. Reckless and wild, they pour through the turns. Their prowess is potent and secretly stern as they speed through the finish.
It's a quieter sound, so hopefully you can hear this, people. I mean, on my system I've ramped it up to as much as I could do generally anyway. But I'll try not to be too overt vocally as the music is playing.
The flags go down, the fans get up, and they get out of town.
The audacity of this song is less than Frank Sinatra.
And striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup, but he's striving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance.
Let's go.
No trophy, no flowers, no flashbulbs, no line. He's haunted by something he cannot define. Bowel-shaking earthquakes of doubt and remorse assail him, impale him with monster truck force. In his mind, he's still driving, still making the grade. She's hoping in time that her memories will fade, cause he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup, but he's striving and driving and hugging the turns and thinking of someone for whom he still burns. Cause he's going the distance. He's going for speed. She's all alone in a time of need. Because he's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's racing and pacing and plotting the course. He's fighting and fighting and riding on his horse. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's going the distance.
Very good. They use great instrumental layering without it sounding too busy and, henched up. Let's just have a look at what information we got here. Exclusive music from the band Cake, all rights reserved, 1991 to 2014. So was that the longevity of the band? you know, people on the first song were saying like the most underrated band ever, but in the comment sections of both of these songs, as of so far, people are saying like all the references of where this song's been used. So the songwriter's making some money, you know. At the very least, they could have weaponized the hell out of all of that stuff to expand the brand, because not many people get as many syncs as what this band's getting. You know, I've seen a lot of references. Even somebody said The Simpsons. If this was played on The Simpsons, imagine the check you'd get through. Jeez, that's a payday, you would hope. We got Friend is a 4-letter word coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Friend is a 4-letter word is the title of track numero 3 on Cake's Fashion Nugget record. This entire listen through goes out to my friend Michael. Recommended this on the Patreon. Let's jump in.
To me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word, and is the only part of the word that I heard. Call me morbid or absurd, but to me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word.
Very good. Very tasteful. One thing I gotta say is the band's tasteful. Let me give some acknowledgement to that. Tasty tones, tasty mix, tasty phrasing, you know? Tasty name.
To me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word, and is the only part of the word that I heard. Call me morbid or absurd, but to me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word. When
Come on.
I go fishing for the words I am wishing you would say to me, I am really only praying that the words you'll soon be saying might betray the way you feel about me.
Low key sounds like a Sabbath riff when that comes in. Boom, bow, no, no. And if you relate a riff to a Sabbath riff, that means one thing. It's a riff. It's a 4-letter word. It's a riff.
But to me, coming from you, friend is a 4-letter word.
Boom, bow, no, no. I like these dudes when they get into the riffs. The broken chord was good. But I don't really want to come to this band looking for ballads, you know. I'm already very comfortable with the riffs. So, you know, we had the riff that introduced itself during that, which I referenced. On the Distance, you had the bass line, which is a fantastic riff. And now we've got Open Book coming up next. So let's keep on moving, yeah? Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Open Book is title number 4 of 14 on the album Fashion Nugget. We're listening to Cake today. Let's jump in.
She's writing a novel. She's writing, she's weaving, conceiving a plot. It quickens, it thickens, you can't put it down now. It takes you, it shakes you, it makes you lose your thought. But you're caught in your own glory. You are believing your own stories, writing your own headlines, ignoring your own deadlines. But now you've got to write them all again. You think she's an open book, but you don't know which page to turn to, do you? You think she's an open book, but you don't know which page to turn to, do you? Do you? Do you? You want her, confront her, just open your window, unbolt it, unlock it, unfasten your latch. You want it, confront it, just open your window. All you really have to do is ask, but you're caught in your own glory. You are believing your own stories, timing your contractions, inventing small contraptions that roll across your polished hardwood floors. You think she's an open book, but you don't know which page to turn to, do you? You think she's an open book, but you don't know which page to turn to, do you? Do you? Do you? She's an open book, but you don't know which page to turn to, do you? Do you? Do you? Do you?
That was not the best track on the record. You know, I've been praising this band up until this point for being quite tight and composed and, you know, well spaced out as far as the instrumental is concerned. I don't like the dual vocals going at two different tempos. It just sounded sloppy. It was all by design. It was intentional, but I don't think they hit it on that one. That's the first song I came across, which I just didn't think was that good. I just didn't think it was that good. I did like the plucked chords, though. The pizzicato chords. I think it's the first time I've used the term pizzicato on this channel. The pizzicato chords on the guitar. That was all right. We've got Daria coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Daria is track number 5 of 14. We're listening to Fashion Nugget this time. Listen through goes out to my friend Michael. One love. We might put race car yayas afterwards. It's only 122.
When you tried to kiss me, I only bit your tongue. When you tried to get me together, I only came undone. When you tried to tell me the one for me was you, I was in your mattress back in 1982. Daria, I won't be soothed. Daria, yeah, I won't be soothed over like smoothed over like milk, silk, a bedspread or a quilt. I sing on a cake or a serene, translucent lake. Daria, Daria, yeah, Daria, I won't be soothed. I won't be soothed. When you tried to tell me of all the love you had, I was cleaning oil from beaches, seeing only what was bad. When you tried to feed me, I only shut my mouth. Food got on your apron and you told me to get out. Daria, I won't be soothed. Daria, yeah, I won't be soothed over like smoothed over like milk, silk, a bedspread or a quilt. I sing on a cake or a serene, translucent lake. Daria, 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 yeah, Daria.
Listen to the movement in that bass line. The fingerstyle guitar, the pizzicato guitar, the plucked strings, are like AC/DC. Sounds nothing like AC/DC, but you know the manner as to which the guitar is played on this song, if not the song that came prior, is like what you would hear in some of the AC/DC material. I thought that was a cool song. There's a cool duality between the calm and, you know, less than powerful production value and the dynamic of the music. So the chorus section there was quite powerful in itself, but the sound engineering allows it to exist in this middle ground, and it's good. It's good. I don't say that to be a detriment. I don't say lack of power as if it's a negative. I said just as far as the audacity of the sound. Let's just listen to this one, Race Car Yayas, just because it's brief.
The land of race car yayas, the land where you can't change lanes, the land where large fuzzy dice still hang proudly like testicles from rear view mirrors. The land of race car yayas, fuzzy dice still hang proudly like testicles from rearview mirrors. The land of race car yayas. Yayas. Oh no, the land of race car yayas. The land of race car yayas. Race car yayas.
Quite a poeticized little piece there, bordering on the spoken word. The little noodles on the bass guitar and the somewhat dissonant 6 strings at time side the vocal line is a little like what I've heard of from Primus. What little I've heard from Primus, you know. Yeah, that was a nice little filler, you know. It was nice to come across a 1:22 number that was actually a track in its own, you know. But I think when it comes to like songwriting bands like this, when it comes to actually, you know, bands that can put a good composition together and they're not like playing at 500 BPM, it's, yeah, you don't get a substantial amount of material. It'll never be taken that serious, you know, in relation to what we've got now, a 5:11 track. Let's keep moving. I Will Survive coming up next. Yes, now bless now, people. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. This tune is entitled I Will Survive. We're listening to Fashion Nugget by the band Cake. Yes? Is this the longest track on the album at 5:10? Nope. We got Italian Leather Sofa, which is a gorgeous name for a song. This time, Listen For It goes out to Michael. One love. Let's go. Mic check.
At first I was afraid.
Is it a cover?
I was petrified.
It is a cover.
I kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you'd done me wrong. I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space.
Bassist are jamming out, eh?
Just walked in to find you here without that look upon your face. I should have changed my fucking lock. I would have made you leave your key if I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go walk out the door. Just turn around. Now you're not welcome anymore.
I mean, you would think nobody could do a good cover of this song, but this is actually very tasteful. It really works with the band's sound. It works with his vocal performance, you know? And I wouldn't have expected that.
As long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give. I will survive. I will survive. Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
It took all the strength I had just not to fall apart. I'm trying hard to mend the pieces of my broken heart. And I've spent oh so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high and you see me with somebody new. I'm not that stupid stupid little person still in love with you. And so you thought you'd just drop by and you expect me to be free. But now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Oh, now go walk out the door, just turn around. Now you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with desire? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, now I will survive. Yeah, as long as I know how to love, I know I...
This is a fantastic cover. I'm surprised by how good this cover is. This is a song you shouldn't touch, you know? But they've done it, and they've made it work.
Alive, I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give. I will survive.
I think the bassist has stolen the show, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Let's go. Really good sound engineering on this, you know. Come on. That was fantastic. That was a really good cover. Bassist stole the show. Bassist really showed what they were made of on that number. Quality, great production. It just all worked. It all worked. I normally don't really care for covers. I generally think covers are cheap. You know, I'm thinking if you're creative, create, you know. But I let that one through. I let that one be an exception to the rule. That was good. We've got stick shifts and safety belts coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget rest now. Des ROCKSTEADY, King of Pit TV. We've got a brief one here. Stick shifts and safety belts is track number 8 of 14 on the album Fashion Nugget. Let's just jump straight in. We're listening to Cake today, people. Come on.
Stick shifts and safety belts, bucket seats have all got to go when we're driving in the car. It makes my baby seem so far. I need you here with me, not way over in a bucket seat. I need you to be here with me, not way over in a bucket seat. But when we're driving in my Malibu, it's easy to get right next to you. I say, baby, scoot over.
Bassist knows his way around the key, I'll tell you that. He's one of them dudes you say, here are the chords, mate. We're in the key of D. D major. No problem. When we count us in. No problems.
Please.
No messing about.
She's right there next to me. I need you here with me, not way over a bucket seat. I need you to be here with me, not way over in a bucket seat. All right.
Let's go.
Well, a lot of good cars are Japanese. Yeah, but when we're driving far,
What would you call that? Like a bluegrass sound, is that
I
right?
need my baby next to me. safety belts, bucket seats have all got to go when we're driving in the car. It makes my baby seem so far. I need you here with me, not way over in a bucket seat. I need you to
Come on.
be here with me, not way over in a bucket seat.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. That was a tasty little number, wasn't it? Enough substance, enough material for it to not feel like it was 2 minutes 9. Felt like a fully fleshed out, tasty little number. I was happy with that. I like the sound they utilized in that. What a great record so far. I was already conjuring. I was alchemizing the rating I was going to give this record in the middle of there. I'm thinking I'm going to give this one a good I'm going to give this one a good rating. It's a good product, you know. It's good. We've got perhaps coming up next. Yeah, let's keep going. Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Perhaps is track number 9 of 14 on the 1996 record Fashion Nugget by Cake. This stylist of goes out to my friend Michael, who recommended that over on the Patreon. So join me over there, people, if you'd like me to check some new music out and explore that which you recommend. Let's go.
You won't admit you love me.
This is a cover, supposedly.
And so, how am I ever to know? You only tell me, perhaps.
I don't know the original.
1,000,000 times I ask you, and then I ask you over again. You only answer, perhaps. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't wanna wind up being parted, broken hearted. So if you really love me, say yes. But if you don't, dear, confess. And please don't tell me, perhaps. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. And I don't wanna wind up being parted, broken hearted. So if you really love me, say yes. But if you don't, dear, confess. And please don't tell me, perhaps.
That percussive roll was so pleasing to my ears. The dynamic of it, so subtle yet so consistent. The band's very talented. I can't comment on how good the cover was because I don't know the original. But with that being said, having heard I Will Survive, I have no doubt whatsoever that this was an excellent cover, you know. Isn't it great how your reputation precedes you? This band has put so much quality out up until this point. Such an enjoyable and professional and mature experience that even though I don't know whether they've done it justice, I will assume by default that they've done a brilliant job covering this. Something I clocked onto is that these songs were uploaded 10 years ago. It was on an official Cake playlist, right? But I don't know if they remastered this record. It seems the sort of record you remaster, because I always get the related videos being of, you know, another variation of the upload. And it's on like, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not this one in particular, touches 1 million view count. So this band's more popular than I initially perceived, judging purely off of the views. I've seen that they put another record out as well, which, you know, if you want us to delve into, just leave a comment and we might be able to do so. We've got It's Coming Down coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in, listening to Fashion Nugget by Cake. Okay, this is track number 10 of 14 entitled It's Coming Down. Let's go.
Coming down, she's leaving your house. She had to get out. She's mad and she'll take her mattress with her. It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. It's coming down. Coming down, it's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. You lie on the floor.
It's very 70s, this song.
She's slamming your door.
Maybe even 60s with a crisper production.
She's gone and she's wearing your red sweater.
Very well structured, as per. Great sounding instrumental, great ideas. In particular, I attribute the electric guitar with the one note ascension or descension it tends to be a bit of a staple of what we've heard here that this band pulls off very well. comparative to other bands that, you know, might sound a bit thin, a bit lackluster in doing the same thing. But this band really makes it sound prominent and full. I thought lyrical content on this was crap. I didn't like the "It's Coming Down" thing. Just hearing him say that, like, yeah, I didn't think too much to the lyrical content on that. But with that being said, not a bad number. Great sound as always. We can't go without saying it's a great sound, right? The band's come together and put together a real good project. We've got Nugget, little Nuggy, coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. Flying through this record. Fashion Nugget is the record and Nugget is the track. This entire listen through of this Cake record is devoted to my friend Michael, who recommended this on the Patreon. Let's jump straight in, shall we? Let's go. Ba-boom! Come on.
Heads of state who ride and wrangle, who look at your face from more than one angle, can cut you from their bloated budgets like sharpened knives to chicken McNuggets. Now heads of state who ride and wrangle, who look at your face from more than one angle, can cut you from their bloated budgets like sharpened knives to chicken McNuggets. Shut the fuck up. No, shut the fuck up. Right. Learn to buck up. Right, shut the fuck up. Hey, ho. Learn to buck up.
Cool thing about the guitarist in this band is that it's rare that you find the guitarist actually falling on the beat. The phrasing is very human, very organic, and very tasteful in the fact that it doesn't pull the band apart. If anything, it emphasizes it by coming a bit behind the beat, coming a bit before the beat. It densifies the jam, you know? It adds more substance. It thickens the texture. Which Rage Against the Machine are good at. Come on. Yeah, this is a proper sound, this, huh? Come on. Let's go.
Now, nimble fingers, the dance on numbers will eat your children and steal your thunder, while heavy torsos that heave and hurl will crunch like nuts in the mouths of squirrels. Now, nimble fingers, the dance on numbers will eat your children and steal your thunder, while heavy torsos that heave and hurl will crunch like nuts in the mouths of squirrels. Shut the fuck up. No. Flicker like fire and burn like candles in smoky spires. Do more to turn my joy to sadness than somber thoughts of burning planets. Now clever feet that flicker like fire and burn like candles in smoky spires. Do more to turn my joy to sadness than somber thoughts of burning planets. Shut the fuck! Alright. Okay. I don't wanna hear it. That's right. Shut the fuck!
possibly the best song on the record. Possibly the best song on the record, and it all goes down to the groove, man. It all goes down to the jam. That is just got a great groove to it. It's got a great cool feel to it. That was probably my favourite song on the record. Great catchy guitar lick. I think the guitar lick is the most catchy thing about it. Them little ghost notes that are thrown in there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Very tasteful. Very tasteful. She'll Come Back to Me coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. Cake. She'll Come Back to Me is track number 12 of 14 on Fashion Nugget, the 1996 record. Let's jump in. Quite a brief one at 2 minutes 25. I know these lot can fit a good tune in a limited amount of time. Ain't that the truth, eh?
Last night I said to her I didn't want to live inside a lie. If she wants him more than she wants me, let this be. She'll come back to me. She'll come back to me. She'll come back all day. I wait and wait to hear her footsteps on my walkway. She never came. She never even called. She'll come back to me. She'll come back to me. She'll come back. Somehow I know it won't last. Somehow I know it won't last too long.
Is that just a slide guitar? That country sounding, island sounding guitar? Am I thinking Hawaiian sounding guitar? They utilise it. Someone referenced in the comment section the versatility of the band. Most definitely, the band's got a great way of creating versatile songs, yet foundationally don't stray too far from the idea that you are listening to Cake, you know. It's within the DNA of the band. You still hear Cake, but you hear, you know, they can reach out into these different pockets and different spaces while still remaining centered in the band sound and band. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time trying to explain. I'm just going to not make sense. But we've got Italian Leather Sofa coming up next, yeah? Yes, now bless now my people. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Coming to the end of this record. We've been listening to Cake today. Fashion Nugget was the record. Track 13 of 14 is entitled Italian Leather Sofa. Longest track on the record. Let's see what they've got to show for it. Bordering on 6 minutes long, this. I hope we're grooving. I hope we're grooving. Ba-da-da-da.
She doesn't care whether or not he's an island. She doesn't care just as long as his ship's coming in. She doesn't care whether or not he's
Mission
an
Hill.
island. Oh no, they laugh, they make money. He's got a gold watch, she's got a silk dress and healthy breasts.
What the heck is Mission Hill?
On his Italian
Some guy says 1.25 speed enhances the experience as it's quite a slow song. This guy's just straight up ignoring the piece of work. He says, nah, do it my way. Artificially enhance the tempo of this number. Come on. Lovely little roll there.
She doesn't care whether or not he's a good man.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
She doesn't care just as long as she still has her friends. Oh no. Yeah. She doesn't care whether or not he's an island. They laugh, they make money. He's gotta go watch. She's got a silk dress and healthy breasts that bounce on his Italian leather sofa.
That guitar sounds like a chainsaw right now in the background. Sounds like a Hoover, actually. Come on. They're using this tune to jam out. What a bridge, huh?
That she moves back and forth. It's such a simple machine. She doesn't have to use force. When she gets
Sounds like Grateful
what she
Dead.
wants, she puts
Them
the
harmonies.
rest on a tray in a Ziploc bag. She's got a serrated edge that she moves back and forth. It's such
What a bass line.
simple machine. She doesn't have to use force. When she gets what she wants, she puts the rest on a tray in a Ziploc bag.
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
She doesn't care whether or not he's an island.
Bet it down.
She doesn't care just as long as his ship's coming in. Alright, here it comes. Here it comes. She doesn't care whether or not he's an island. Oh, no. They laugh, they make money. He's got a gold watch. She's got a silk dress and healthy breasts that bounce on his Italian leather sofa.
Very good. Very good. I hear a lot of the strokes, man, in the vocal performance. And even in the dried out guitar line, you know. That was a great tune. clearly one of the best ones on the record. I think when this band grooves, that's the highlight. The highlight is when they make a groove, you know. More so than when they're expanding into, you know, the boundaries of these other genres and sounds. When they're grooving and just jamming, that's my favourite. Yeah, that was a great tune. Let's finish off with Sad Songs and Waltzes, yeah? Yes, now bless now people, let's finish this record off. We've been listening to Cake, Fashion Nugget, the 1996 release. It's been good. It's been a substantial record, and I want to thank you, Michael, for recommending this on the Patreon. Yes, Sad Songs and Waltzes is the last number on this record, and then we'll do a final review, and I'll give a brief overview of my experience, and we'll rate it out of 10, alright? See you there. This brass instrument always reminds me of the band Streetlight Manifesto. I don't know what instrument it is. Is it like a muted trumpet or something? Or is it just a standard trumpet? Reminds me of Streetlight. Keys Be Nights, you know? Oh, it's a cover, another cover song.
I'm writing a song all about
Who did the original?
a true song as real as my tears. But you've no need to fear it, 'cause no one will hear it. Sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. I'll tell all about how you cheated. I'd like for the whole world to hear. I'd like to get even with you, 'cause you're leaving. But sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. It's a good thing that I'm not a star. You don't know how lucky you are. Though my record may say it, no one will play it. Sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year. All right. It's a good thing that I'm not a star. You don't know how lucky you are. Though my record may say it, no one will play it. Sad songs and waltzes aren't selling this year.
Very tasteful, very tasteful. How much can I comment if I don't know the original? But it was a well-written song. It was a nice outro to the record, given we were relatively minimalistic with the instrumental. Nice low dynamic, nice open finale. 3 covers on this record. 3 cover songs, can you believe it? But they've made them all their own, even though I didn't know 2 of the 3. Judging by the first cover song, I just know that they've done incredible justice. That was a pleasant listen, to say the least. Let's finish off, shall we? Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. we just listened to Cake for the very first time. The record in particular was Fashion Nugget. Maybe it was their debut, maybe it wasn't. You tell me. All I know is it was released in 1996 and it was recommended on the Patreon by my friend Michael. So thank you very much for that. Where do we start? 14 songs. We've got a broadish spectrum of song length, all the way up until bordering on 6 minutes long for a couple of songs, and all the way to like 2 minutes for others, the shortest one being a crazy 1 minute 21 seconds. And it was an actual song, it wasn't an interlude, it wasn't, filler per se, it was a track, it was a piece of songwriting. At first, listen, don't get me wrong, I think the Strokes came after, right? I mean, the Strokes might have been a band during this time, but I do know that, like, generally they were, known and acknowledged later on. But I got a vibe like what I got with the Strokes. The monotonish, spoken word-ish vocal line, the clarity of the vocals, the enunciation and the pronunciation of the vocals. You tell me which the right word I meant to use was, right? I don't know. The production, somewhat, not amplified to hell and back, which was really good. It was really good. It was nice, calm, open space, yet enough. How do we explain this? So, instrumentally speaking, we weren't listening to a 40-piece orchestra, but we were listening to an act that had a couple of band members additional to what you might get in your standard guitar rock band. Probably about 7-8 different instruments to noodle around with from track to track, and everything had space to breathe. The sound engineering on the record was really good. The tones on the record were really good, like as far as the bass tones and the guitar tones in particular, I was a real big fan of, whilst the vocal line, albeit, relatively spoken word, somewhat spoken wordy, remained at the forefront, was put in great position to withhold the audacity necessary for me to hear every single syllable with precision. Really good stuff. The drumming was okay. My favourite couple of tunes on this record were ones where the band had a degree of groove. The band can groove when needs be. It's not all the way through the record, but there's a couple of numbers where there's a great groove, and that was my favourite element of the act as far as like the actual cohesion of the band was concerned. The toe tappers. Bassist stole the show on many of occasions, and there was some great riffs. The guitar work was great because it wasn't fancy and virtuoso-esque. You weren't listening to some guy shred. You were listening to a guy who could clearly play a great guitar, could clearly phrase a good lick, could clearly create a good riff without it being egocentric. Without it being so overt that this guy needed, or this woman needed to be in the forefront, everybody played their part very well. The brass was nice, although, I'll be real with you. In guitar-based bands, I sort of deem brass instruments or whatnot as a bit fluffy. I could do without them, but this band wouldn't have been the same without the brass section. I'm quite biased against it. I think as far as a member of the band just turning up with that instrument, I think they're better off. Economically speaking, I think a band is better off without. But hey, that's the politics of being in a band. I'm going and expanding my perspective above and beyond the actual product of the music being laid out on record. I'm looking at attending events and performing and so on and so forth. This was a great record. I'm going to give you 2 different ratings and I'm going to meet you in between and give you a finalised result. I was working this out as I was listening to this. Me personally, I'll give this a 7 out of 10 because it's not necessarily a sound that appeals to me directly, but it's a sound that I appreciate. And I think this particular sound has a growable factor. I think as you become more familiar with the record, it would grow on you. I think it's a grower, you know. They're not hitting you with hooks and choruses that stick within the first quarter of a song you listen to, you know. It's a little bit more mature than that. It's a very well mature record and sound and investment into the product. But I want to give it an 8 as far as the actual record is concerned. I think it's a fantastic album. I think it's a fantastic sound. I think there's a great professional value to this. So I'll give it a 7.5. I'll meet you halfway. I thought this was really good. On that note, I'm signing out. Peace.